made it. Ugh.
All right, so there's a new Mexican horror movie on Netflix called Disappear Completely. What the hell? I think Kaylee took that a little too literally. All right, it's time to come back. The joke is bad. My acting is worse. Disappear completely. No, not again.
Okay.
Okay.
I won't.
All right. So this is about, honestly, right off the bat, this reminded me a lot of Nightcrawler in its opening premise, because we have a photographer here who goes and takes pictures of dead bodies for the front pages of a magazine.
Yeah.
Right? If it bleeds, it leads kind of thing. And he's going out and he's taking all of these devastating pictures of humans in their worst moment, which immediately makes me not like this person.
Yes.
I know maybe somebody thinks that, well, somebody's got to do this job. Do they? Do they really? I don't think so.
No.
Like, let the forensics people take the pictures of the dead bodies. We don't need to see them. The story's, all that needs to be told.
The stories usually are gruesome enough.
Yeah, I don't need to see dead bodies. Anyway, unless they're in movies, then I need to see a lot of them.
No real dead bodies, only fake ones.
And then, we went into this blind. So, I think the reveal of what happens to him is kind of like the whole fun of the film.
Yes.
Because we didn't know. And if I would have known, that would have taken a decent amount of the suspense and the oh shit moments out of it.
I agree. Yeah.
So,
I think that that's a fun thing to keep in the dark.
I'm just going to say he gets cursed.
He does.
And that's it. And the curse is horrible.
Yeah.
The curse is horrifying. This movie, I said this to Kaylee right when we got finished with it. This movie would serve really, really well with a remake with this exact same premise, just done better. I still think it's a good movie, and I probably recommend it. I just think it's a missed opportunity, is all I kept thinking. I don't mind that they made our lead here kind of an unlikable shit. That's a lot of foreign cinema. Americans always like to have their protagonists be squeaky clean.
Yeah.
Not in every movie, obviously, but in a lot.
Mm-hmm.
We kind of have a hero-savior complex where it's like very black and white, good versus evil, where the good guys, they're the bad guys kind of mentality, very American.
Yeah.
But, a lot of foreign cinema, their protagonists are barely protagonists. They're anti-heroes at best.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, our main lead here is not a good guy. I mean, you just throughout the film, he just gets worse and worse. This curse doesn't make him a better person.
Not at all.
And I don't know. I did like the movie. I just kept thinking the whole time, especially once the curse is revealed and like what it is, how it's implemented. I felt like it left something to be desired outside of one of the curse elements.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to say how many there are, but one of them I thought was done really well.
Yeah.
And that has to do with sound design.
Yes.
And I thought the sound design there was fantastic and really complemented the curse very well. And I'm not 100% sure how you implement the other parts of the curse to screen in an effective way like that. But I feel like in the right hands, it can be. And for some reason, I just felt like this didn't. And I don't know. I'm curious on your thoughts. I'm in the middle on this one. I did like it. I didn't love it, but I saw lots of potential.
Yeah, I I agree. I think that this had a lot of potential. I think overall I didn't like it as much. I agree with you completely that the elements of the curse are underutilized, which is part of why I didn't like it as much. And then another big part is that there is a pretty brutal animal death scene that I didn't even watch. I walked away for. But it's like a long 5 to 10 minutes. 5 minutes, which is a long time, and I'm just really not a fan of animal violence in films, which is funny.
I don't know who is.
I know, but
is there anybody who's I'm a fan of it?
No one's a fan of it, but it's I can watch other violence all the time, and it doesn't bother me. But animal violence is just something that I can't stomach, and usually when films have it in them, it just brings it down for me because I don't like seeing it. Does it make sense in terms of this story? Yes, I understand why it's used. It does make sense, but I don't like it. So, there's that.
I just want to see one movie that deals with a curse and somebody being you have to sacrifice somebody, and the dog or the cat or whatever is up on the option, or up for option in that equation for somebody, and somebody's no, I kill a human before my dog.
I mean,
people are always so quick to be yeah, if I can kill an animal, it's
yeah, I don't understand that, but I also, especially when it's a pet, which
exactly,
it's that's your family.
Yes.
That is literally a family member. So yeah, I wasn't a fan of that. And as far as the protagonist, it doesn't bother me that he isn't squeaky clean, but I did find him really hard to connect to in any way, to be totally honest. So that was something else that took me out of the movie, and I usually don't have that problem with watching characters that are really different than me, as long as I have something that I can relate to, which is typically not that hard because there's a lot of universal human experiences. But for whatever reason with this character, I just was very disconnected from him, and I really didn't like him, and it just took me out of the whole movie experience. But I do like the concept of the curse. I think that's definitely the highlight of the film. And as we've already said, not to repeat too much, but it would service with a reshoot or a remake.
Yeah. Well, just taking the concept. You don't even have to make a remake exactly. You can just kind of rip off
the concept.
The concept of the curse, which it's not the only time I've ever seen it.
Yeah.
So it's not even that much of a rip-off. If you want to consider that a rip-off, then this is a rip-off of other movies that I could tell you about. So I liked the way that I liked how it was conceptualized. It just didn't how it was executed as much as I think I would have had it been done in what I would consider to be a better way. One thing I did really like about this movie, though, is I thought that it had a pretty good dark, dreary atmosphere to it. And I liked the aesthetic and the look of the film. I thought that was pretty good because it felt very dark and dreary throughout, which a horror film like this should. It's just everything in this movie left something to be desired. I don't feel like anything outside of that one element I said where I'm I don't know if you could do it much better than that. Everything else was it got halfway to where it could have been, as far as its quality.
Yeah.
It was okay, you kind of you're getting there, but you're not all the way there. So it just kind of felt like missed opportunity after missed opportunity.
Yeah.
And it was damn, this could have been a really good one.
Yeah, especially because I think the acting from everybody is really good.
Yeah.
I agree with you. I do think that the atmosphere is pretty cool in this.
Yeah.
It definitely felt like Seven, which I think you compared it to.
Yeah.
And that's cool. The other thing that I'll say that I did like about the movie is the ending. I think that the ending is really powerful and creative and just fits, and I quite enjoyed the ending.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just there's so many missed opportunities for me.
Yeah, I mean, if I was to remake this, I wouldn't change the ending one bit.
No, I like that a lot.
I would do it pretty much identical because that's perfect.
Yeah, I agree.
So, yeah, I think you guys get what we're getting at. But I think if you're into Mexican horror and you have a Netflix account and you got nothing else to watch, I think it's worth a watch. But as Kaylee said, animal cruelty, that goes on for a while. And I don't know. You guys can make your own decisions from there, but we gave you our opinion on this. It's a frustrating one, but it's I don't know. I'm glad we watched it. I think it deserves a little attention, but not a ton.
Yeah.
I hope it gets the attention of a filmmaker who's like, I like this. I could do something with this.
Yeah.
So one day we'll see. Americans remake everything. We'll get to it eventually.
Yeah, add it to the list.
They're doing Speak No Evil right now.
Oh my gosh.
They'll get to Disappear completely. No.
I was about to. I was thinking about it.
All right, guys, let us know. Bye.
Bye. Welcome to Sinister Cinema. Today we're gonna review a movie called.
You don't even know what this is called.
It's called Disappear Completely.
Okay.